Whew. Let's get it together under there.
All right, here we go.
Me too. I have to do the same thing. All right, Joy.
Is your Mevo is fully powered?
Yeah, 97.
Can I steal your charger for a little while?
Oh, boy, man. I'm kind of oily. Like I need some moisturizer. I'm just so oily lately. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know.
Oily is good in this weather. You'd rather be oily than dry.
If she say so.
Hey, pretty brown eyes.
I'll take her word. I should have turned it the other way. I can do it again. Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelAndJoy.com is the website. Shout out to our web designer for keeping all that information fresh and updated and just rejuvenated. Shout out to that person. We're not gonna put that person's name out there because we don't want to put all our employees' business out there.
You mean we don't want to do like Blue Ivy said? So we done put all our business out there, and ain't nobody win no Grammy.
Hey, we got an awesome show for you today. Got some cool people hanging out with us today. Got Michael and Joy today, and we're gonna do this exclusive interview with this guy named Sean Prime. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's been trending on social media.
He has.
Yes, he has.
Always.
He hates when we do that to him. But it's all good. It is Tuesday, January 30th. Hey, you know what? You can follow us on all social media.
You can.
MichaelAndJoy.com, DC, the number 2 ATL, and that's You Bring Me Joy over there.
And also, while you're at it, go over to the YouTube page and hit subscribe so that you can watch all of our past shows. And while you're over there, watch a few.
Might as well. Hey, you know what? Maybe one day if I keep saying the time, it's 7:02. Maybe we can get 7:02 on the show. What you think?
808.
Hey, don't go nowhere. It's Michael and Joy. They don't sing that song, do they? No, that's the other.
Ain't that their song?
That's what you call it?
Black.
DeVoe wife. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's Michael and Joy in the morning. Sensation, station, network. Wake up.
Cut that clip.
What clip?
No, just that part. Cut that. Just
808.
Yeah. La 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 la.
And then she started dancing in the 808.
I did. Whoops. Well, I don't know if that's the 808 song.
Sorry, anytime you do that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch it and put it on the other side. Then I'm gonna save the video. So I can see if I can play
Good
it.
morning. Hey, Ray. What up, Yuri? Hey, Jalissa
Bam.
saves.
There you
Jalissa versus Jules.
go. I really didn't know that you could do the camera like that. Sean, was that your Mevo or the phone?
That's the phone. You know that's Pastor Howard's wife, so they probably together.
She called the other day too.
Hold on. You're on the side.
I said, Pastor Howard, why you don't have to
All right, we'll
sell
send someone down.
coming on the show?
Right.
She was selling. Boy.
Someone's on the side.
Okay.
Selling. We got the mic.
Sean, you on them early, huh?
I guess they're down there too. Sensation Station Network, I'm happy.
I'm about to say it's only one.
Okay. Same person.
Oh, I'm about to be like, it's only one on one, man. Hey, Chef Modiva. Hey, Sharabi28. You said, I guess they down there too. The pastor. I think it's the pastor as well.
Latasha.
Latasha is coming, but she's married to Pastor Howard.
Oh, okay.
So they might both be together, you know. You know, I'm sitting here like, man, if we had been posting on YouTube since the very beginning, we would have been at 10,000 views. You know, that's all you need before you can start monetizing your page.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your scanner on you? No, I don't have a barcode in there.
It's on the box. Oh, to see how many points them You crushed them too, didn't you?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you were going to? Hey, sales exec. What up, Brooklyn chick 04? Okay, so what's the song by 702? Because I probably know, but I need to hear something. Camila. Hi, come on now. Hi, I'm about to say, try to act like you ain't never been in here before. How you doing? Waiting in the lobby.
Going back in the phone.
What's going on, man? You can come sit right here.
Latasha.
Like you seen though.
What happened?
What happening? We about to
Oh
come
my
back.
God.
Woo-doo.
That's the Station Station Network.
Let go. Come on, Marcy
Is
Long.
Tasha gonna sit out there?
No, she coming.
I'm about to say.
I'm about to say, so only, you the only one talking?
Mike, I think this is yours.
So, yeah. Huh?
I think this.
Oh,
I
okay.
think this one yours.
You know my husband.
Joy, I
I
think.
said, well, he done
I
got
might
it. He
have,
got
I
that
might
seat in
have,
front
I
of
might
that
have
mic.
turned around, Joy. I think this one yours.
Okay.
You're small and you're medium. Is that
Well,
correct?
Yeah.
yeah. I'll take a medium now. You know.
Oh no, you're small, right?
What up, Mo?
This is like a.
You can sit over
Yeah,
there
yeah,
if you
yeah.
like to.
No. That'll be fine.
No, cause you're small. I got you
No,
small.
but I mean, but it's that's the way the shirt looks.
Yeah.
Yes, then I'm a small. You know how sometimes the women looking ones,
Yeah.
the tighter fit.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more room in that one
I told you should have got a.
for sure.
What size you, Sean?
He can't
He
hear you.
can't hear you.
What size you about an extra large?
Fine.
3X.
Boy, don't hit that.
Sean.
What size you shirt?
2X.
2X. Okay,
See, that's what
I
it- that's
gotta
what we
go
said.
Coach,
downstairs.
I'm sorry. Which coach?
Got you a shirt down there.
Thanks.
Well,
I'm like, somebody else called? Room in that one.
I told you should have got a.
Oh, okay. It's interesting, 'cause, you know, I got that phone call, so I thought that the YouTube feed ended, but I guess not. Oh. Hey, call me KP3. Good morning. How many views do you think we'd be at if we'd been on YouTube from the beginning, Michael?
A bunch.
Are y'all on YouTube now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It haven't blew up.
Well, we just started maybe about a month ago.
Okay.
But I'm upset because I should have been up there from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think about it. But when Facebook disabled my Facebook page, that's when I went over to YouTube, which makes sense from the beginning because YouTube, more people can
Why did they disable your page?
more people could see it. The music on the radio.
Are you serious?
When we played, like during the breaks, how there's music playing now, we would normally play it so everybody could hear it. And so when we're live over there, they get, you know, copyright and all that
Oh,
stuff.
Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause now you got to put down the music. It's not
Well,
mine.
but see, I thought that the radio station owned it because they send the music to him to play, you know. So I was putting that the music was owned by the radio station. How was I supposed to know, you know? They were like, no.
I'll come back.
For real. Why you think this right here? So you just gonna be disrespectful
What?
and put it
Go
right
back.
there?
What? Do?
Joy, we back.
She just.
Oh,
Joy, we back.
okay. Damn.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Got an awesome show for you today. Guess who's back?
Whoop,
I will tell you who's back. Tell you what
Uh-oh.
happened with Beyonce. And this young lady that happened to be in her picture.
Uh-oh.
She went viral. That was a funny story. We'll tell you about that. Also, guess who got locked up again? Boy, we talking about this lady, boy. We trying to lock up the other lady who keep going to jail for stealing. We're going to lock this stowaway up because she back in the news again.
Oh, from last week?
Yes.
Wow.
Tell you what happened to her. Also, the Super Bowl is coming up. Shout out to Tom Brady and Carson Wentz. Who is the quarterback for Philadelphia? I can't even remember. What's the white boy name? I mean, did I have to call his race out? What's the brother name?
But you know you will.
Big game comes Sunday. Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
Probably not.
I think I'm a cheer. I'm trying to see if I'm.
Am I gonna watch the Super Bowl?
If I'm gonna cheer for Tom Brady.
Come on, Eagles.
Cheer for the Eagles.
I know I'm a cheer for the Eagles because they're the underdog.
Yeah.
And you know, and they tore up Philly the last time when they won that last game.
I think if I cheer for Tom Brady and the Patriots, like it'll make me feel better knowing that we lost to the Patriots last year. That they are just that good. You know what I'm saying? It'll validify a Falcons loss last year.
But aren't they just that good?
They really are.
I was like, let's just be honest.
Man, Tom Brady going for 6 Super Bowl rings.
And then need to go sit down somewhere.
And
Tom.
he wears Stetson, cologne, and Uggs.
And Levi's.
And he probably wear Wranglers. No, that's Brett Favre. He wear them Wrangler jumps. We'll talk about that.
With his Uggs.
Well, how about that Stetson
Eagles.
though? How about that Stetson cologne? I was at Marshall's the other day and saw some Stetson in there. It's like $9.
Imagine that.
I just be wondering how long it'll last or how it work with my skin.
One squirt.
It may not work with the African American skin.
That doesn't sound good.
Since we're talking about skin, my skin has been oily lately too.
You talked about it. I think that at the end of the day, it's better for your skin to be oily, especially in the wintertime, because a lot of times people's skin is dry during the winter.
Got you.
So, you know.
So I read a story that you
really
shouldn't take like hot showers because it dries out your pores.
Mm-hmm.
So now my showers be kind of like lukewarm. I wonder if that has anything.
Do you put your moisturizer on as soon as you get out the shower?
What kind of
when
moisturizer?
You're a little wet.
I just use lotion.
That's what moisturizer is.
But you talking about some expensive stuff. Not like baby oil. You know, you lather up like right before
you don't do that no more.
Right before my photo shoot.
Right.
I'm about to sing that Trey song in the mirror.
That's what you would do.
I lather up for Latasha.
That's his wife. That's his wife's name. That's his
no, that's Tasha over there too, right?
No, his wife's name.
Oh, that's Tasha too. Oh, okay.
Right,
Latasha. You said Latasha, right?
Sorry, Pastor. No.
He was like, "Oh, slow down, Pastor."
Right. No.
Pastor was about to be like, "Look, I've been locked up once. I could be locked up twice.
I go back to jail." Look. Talking about my lady, and I'm right here too.
Right in my face.
I didn't even want to look over there.
I feel some type of way here.
Wow. He was like, "I'm right beside you." Well, I mean, you know what? At least he said it in your face, not behind your back.
Pastor Howard back.
Come on, Howard.
My wife is Latasha too. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize, Pastor. Forgive me, bro.
Okay.
Can we pray? Can we pray?
Just hold hands.
For real. Not one pastor putting hands on me at that lead here. As a matter of fact, I'm out. Joy.
I was like, well, while we're at it, just to change the subject, the quarterback for Philadelphia's name is Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, yes.
He admits that this week is hard, but plans to play his role.
Yes.
Shut up, Michael.
And I was rubbing my stomach too when I said Latasha too. Like,
I know. You were like all into it.
I know. Yeah.
Tell your wife I said hi.
You come back, we're going to talk to Pastor and Tasha. It's MichaelJoy.com.
He looked like.
I said, oh yeah, his wife's name Tasha.
Oh.
I didn't even want to look
at it. Said Latasha, don't like.
Yeah.
Right. And it just rolled out his mouth. I didn't even want to look over there.
Real easy.
You don't find too many Latasha. You find Natasha and Tasha, but Latasha.
He said.
Yeah, then all of a sudden he said it.
He was like,
right. That's exactly. The energy changed real quick. Hey, Rochelle. Thank you.
Just went
change.
Nick Files. Wentz is out. Oh. Nick Files.
Oh.
Foles. Well then why he stepping up talking about something this week gonna be hard? It's gonna be hard for you because you gotta watch.
Is he fanning?
Good morning.
What is he fanning?
Come through, church fan.
Church fan.
Come on, T-Bugs 70. No, but I'm just saying, why?
Harriet Tubman on the
Why is what's his name commenting? He ain't even playing in the game. Come on, this game gonna be hard.
Because he was a starting quarterback.
I
He
know,
won that
but he's
goddamn
not. But he's not playing.
mentally, like, to see old boy out there playing, Nick Foles out there playing when he wanted to be
Stop
young.
trying to act like you the quarterback.
I mean, that's true.
I was like, I need a real quarterback to stand up.
Like yesterday, it was hard for you when that lady was sitting in your seat yesterday. When you had got here.
I don't care about anybody sitting in the seat because I don't sit down. But I did move her right on over.
At her mic.
She was at my mic. I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to get that up.
Yeah, that's the same way he felt.
This joystick is hot.
Thank you.
Let me show them this joystick. Look, y'all. This is a true.
I was like, Michael knew I was coming too.
She gave us
Go
the
on,
first.
let her get. Don't do that. Don't do that.
She sold
don't
us
do.
the. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm about to say,
you.
you hear her?
Everybody
Yeah,
talking about
is
the
it-
joystick we got at the church.
You hear
We
her?
about to get this joystick.
You hear her
This
about,
is
about
the
to throw me under the
joystick.
bus,
Look,
talking
look.
about some this one better.
This
You
one
could have
is
always
better.
added more clamps.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to add some. We need another one anyway. Y'all see this?
Oh,
This is the
just
bomb.
Throw me under the bus and just roll me over.
I just sold some.
And it was gonna sit here and be disrespectful.
She said you just gonna
and
be
then just gonna
disrespectful.
put the phone on
She
right
just-
here.
I'm sitting it up
It's-
there.
I set
bootleg, right?
I set this right here specifically for you.
Right.
I tell you,
real
Pastor
bootleg.
been,
Y'all done stuck it up
been
here.
away for a long time.
Man, hey
boy.
Kezia. But this joystick is
She done-
everything.
She
boy.
didn't.
Look, it's got a new little iPad holder.
That's
How
not
much
the
is
one
this
you
one?
have.
No.
Which one? Oh, you had the wide one.
We got the wide with the little. We want this one.
I was gonna say, well, nothing wrong with the
On the
wide
back.
one either.
Thank
Don't
you.
don't.
On his day. Suck him off.
Oh no, I love it. Everybody's asking me where we get this joystick from.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Got an amazing show for you today. Cool people hanging out with us today, the 30th of January, 2018.
Today is National Plan for Vacation Day. On the last Tuesday in January, it reminds us to plan our vacation at the start of the year for the rest of the year. The early bird gets to pack their bags and fly away to a little fun and relaxation. Each year, Americans leave more than 600 million vacation days unused. Our work mantra attitudes combined with a culture of silence in the workplace is keeping workers at their desks instead of using their time off. Meanwhile, you go over to Europe and you
off every
you
month.
can't get them to come to work.
Man, I get vacation days. I can't even hold on to mine for 2 months. Like, I'd be out. Like, I'm going somewhere. But you
Right,
gotta
me
plan a
too.
vacation. Plan a vacation. Get away from somewhere. Like this young lady who was in this viral picture the other day.
Speaking of vacations.
She was an unidentified woman. She has the most priceless reaction when she bumped into Jay-Z and Beyonce as they were leaving the hotel. They were headed to the Grammys on Saturday. The woman seen off to the side with her mouth wide open
Yeah.
and she completely stunned and starstruck at seeing the A-list couple. Now her hilarious reaction has turned into viral memes on the internet with people saying that the woman's reaction is hashtag all of us.
She like this.
Man, that's the picture right there. You can go to michaelandjoy.com and check out the
She act
picture
like
when
she
she
saw
saw
God.
Jay and B walk by. Some of the other memes that they said about the young lady. They said everyone, if Beyonce ever walked past them, that's how they would react. One person said, when you realize you're lucky to be alive during the same era as Beyonce. And then the funniest one to me was when you realize you breathe the same square foot of air that Beyonce just breathed.
Okay, that's the
That's
best
what I'm
one.
talking about.
Y'all,
It's a meme. That's why it was funny. But check out her reaction, man. That is hilarious. I wonder what they smell like coming down here. 'Cause I'm glad I didn't
Probably
wonder.
perfume and cologne.
I'm not
Like,
saying he probably had on some Tom Ford or something like that. You think he had on some Tom Ford?
Did you see the video of the rat washing himself?
Maybe she had on some white diamonds. Some of that.
She definitely didn't have on no white diamond.
Look who's in the building. Pastor's back. Pastor, we good now?
Woo-woo.
Yeah, we good,
You
man.
had to step out.
Yeah, we had to
Regroup.
We good.
So you know my wife's name is Latasha too.
Yeah, I know that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that now. He was just like, I won't go let that slide
That's
though.
how-
I didn't know it at first.
And his lovely wife. Well, maybe I should say lovely. And his wife is here.
You say love the
Nah,
wife.
I ain't gonna do that. I
He
don't
was
wanna-
like, nah, I done
Yeah.
already crossed the threshold. We trying to win redemption on the way back.
Hey, First Lady.
Hey,
Welcome
Go
back.
ahead, Joy. I'm so glad to be back.
We talked the other day. I was laughing because you was
She
were telling me
she
about
does this
the
all the
event,
time.
and you were selling me on why you should be a guest.
Right.
And I didn't want to stop you because
You
I
did,
immediately said, I was about to say, of course, Pastor Wife, you can come on. But I just let you get your spiel out because it sounded like you had been practicing it.
Right.
So let me let her get it out. And then I said, yeah, sure, just send us an email. We got you.
You literally was like, and then when I stopped, I said, you just tripped all the way out.
How you been,
because
first
you
of
do
all?
that all the
I've been
time.
good.
It's such it's so funny.
I
because-
just respect you guys a whole lot.
Oh, thank
I
you.
really do. That's the honest to God
Thank
truth. I
you.
respect you guys a whole lot. And I don't, I want y'all to know if I'm coming on here. I like hanging out with y'all, but I want to,
You want it to mean something.
Yeah.
And
And what are you working on now? Tell us.
I'm working on Marcy's Law. I have the awesome privilege of being. You guys know my past. You know my. Know all of that stuff. And so I literally had a chance to meet a young lady named Ann Cassis,
Okay.
who's the state representative for Marcy's Law. And so she came to and did a couple events for me for domestic violence. And so when she came out, she called me one day and she said, we're looking for a rep and da-da-da-da-da. Do you know anybody? And I was like, hey, I just retired from property management. Me. You're going to pay me to do something that I'm already passionate about, and that's about fighting domestic violence. And so basically she started telling me about the story of Marcy Nicholas from California back in '95. Her ex-boyfriend killed her. He was domestic violence, and he was abusing her. So she decided to come out of absolutely, and she decided to get out of the relationship. And he called and said he was going to kill himself, and she went to stop him from killing, and he killed her.
Oh wow!
And the worst part about that is that Saturday, probably like a week after her the day of her funeral, they went to they were in the grocery store, and he walked up on them in the grocery store.
Wow!
And they had no idea he was out of jail. They had no idea what was going on, and so her brother started this whole fight to called Marcy's Law. And basically the law gives us equal standing back in the court of law. We've heard just in this fight alone, just since I started in September, I've heard so many stories of people's rights being violated.
Right.
Crime victim families, you already, dealing with the loss of your family, or dealing with somebody stalking you, or whatever the case, or being even violated in crime. And then you go to court where you should be protected in court, and you're treated almost as worse as a criminal. And so basically Marcy's Law is a law that's all over the country, literally. Out of the 50 states, it's only in 30 states. Actually 31. It just passed in Ohio.
Okay.
So we're happy about that.
Amen.
And so now we're literally trying to fight and get it passed here in Georgia. And what it represents for Georgia is to give us equal standing back in the court of law, put us back in the driver's seat of our own cases. And so I'm primarily here to ask, everybody to come out, support us on February 1st, which is Thursday, for Marcy's Law Day. We have t-shirts, we're giving you breakfast, and it's so simple, so easy. You come, show up at 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, get everything, all the information, go across the street and say, hey, to your representatives at the Capitol, we need this law here in Georgia.
When we talk about crime victims and their families, do they still notify, like if someone was arrested for domestic violence, do they still notify the person when they're about to get out of jail?
No.
And
they're not really. They don't, and then that's the truth. They do not. That's why we need Marcy's Law, because it forces them to have to call you, and basically what it is, it's like a robocall. Most robocalls you get, you hang up on it once you hear. So now it forces the actual person to call you and say, hey, this person is getting out, they're going for parole and so forth.
All you gotta do is send a meme. That's all you gotta do, with a picture saying, hey, this dude
Hey,
about to
he
get
coming
out,
out.
to a text message. I bet you they'll get it then.
Right.
Hey,
So crazy.
it is going down February 1st, 2018. Crime Victims Deserve an Equal Voice Day at the Georgia Capitol. We'll tell you more. We'll talk to Pastor. He's hanging out with us today. You know what? We got your birthdays and shout outs too.
We do.
Because the pastor is here today, we're going to let you call the show for your birthday today. Yep, the number, never mind. Somebody will enjoy it.
Let out.
Just kidding.
What up,
John Keezer said, what's up?
Hey,
She said she
Keeza.
gets that on my face, too.
Good morning.
I need some water in.
I do. I want
My phone would not go live. Facebook Live no more. It won't let me.
She said, you stupid for wanting that law.
Who
Wow.
was that?
Somebody named Regina Render.
I was gonna say, well, state your case, Regina. You can't just be calling people out their name and being disrespectful.
Say you stupid for wanting that long.
Maybe she's an abuser. Maybe she went out like to abuse people.
Maybe
I don't
she's
know,
a
I mean-
stalker. The interesting thing is she on your page.
She on my page.
She will be took off my page immediately.
I mean, ain't no problem. I mean, everybody have their opinions about whatever.
You need me to help you open it?
Look.
Come on, I got you, mama. You got it, right? No.
I was just drinking that up.
Oh, you were? Oh,
Oh,
that
well.
is your lipstick. Look, my bad. I thought you was
Probably
having
take
look,
this off,
I
but
thought
yeah,
you
I
was
was-
having a hard time opening it.
Right, no. I was tripping because she just.
Yeah.
said that.
I have too.
That's
What's
the
y'all,
first
what's
time-
y'all password?
That's the first time I ever
Pro
really
Mix
heard,
12.
really heard somebody say
Pro
say
Mix
statement
12.
like this.
Who?
Pro. Take them headphones off.
I don't know why I got them on. Just so you
You're
have
used to
I'm
it.
about to say, if you don't take them
pro.
headphones.
You said pro.
Pro Mix
Twin
12.
overseer Shedrick.
Hey, normal medic. Whatever.
And then he steady asking
Huh?
louder, louder. Huh? Huh?
What you say?
Hey man.
Huh?
Take them
And then the
headphones
way he
off.
said it was so pastorish. What's that bad word?
So what?
Pastorish.
Bishop.
And we love pastor.
Bishop. Overseer said hello.
Oh, so
Overseer Shedrick. He said you got your gift too.
okay.
All right, come on back. 3 minutes for the birthdays.
What's up, overseer?
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Hey, since we were talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z, we know Jay-Z unfortunately walked away with 0 Grammys on the other day. But it's fine because Jay-Z got a plethora. Can you say that word for me?
Plethora.
Yes,
Mm.
of Grammys.
He got more than one.
Yeah, he really does. But check this out. The U.S. television audience for Sunday's Grammy Awards show on CBS was decreased drastically. The statistics shows a drop of about 17, well, it dropped to 17.6 million viewers on Sunday. That was more than 30% drop from 2017 when some 26.1 million television viewers turned into the live television broadcast and the biggest audience in 2 years. So what was the difference between 2 years ago and this year? A lot of people say that the show got too political.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. A lot of times people are trying to push their specific agenda, and so people end up not watching it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But I mean, but that still doesn't have anything to do with votes and how that all works.
Now the votes or anything, but I think with the viewership, when we try to, like, I know there's a lot of things that are going on in our country right now, especially when it comes to the Me Too movement, when it comes to domestic violence, things like this. Sometimes when music takes you, it used to take you to a happy place. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear Earth, Wind and Fire record come on, like I'm like, man, this takes me back to the good old days in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up with my mom, cleaning the house, she burning incense, and everybody partying, and then I'm asking,
You trying to wonder what does I don't dance no more. I just make money moves.
No,
You try to figure out where place that takes you.
Nah, back then I was trying to figure out what these little seeds is in the carpet. Why is this seeds in the carpet?
Oh, you
That's what I'm talking about.
Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, no, I get that too, but the whole point was where does the music take you?
Where does the music
So
take
you're
you?
just trying to
It becomes
figure
a
out
message.
now
Seeds.
where
Everybody about the seeds.
everybody know about the seeds.
You don't know about
Ain't
seeds?
nobody talking about seeds. We talking about
You were
music.
talking about seeds.
I'm talking about taking me back to a place.
I know,
right?
but we didn't move
What
on
the
from the
seeds
seeds.
What is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Look, weed smokers, we not talking about seeds no more. We
I
are
know.
talking about
Seeds.
music and where it takes you.
No, seeds.
Lord have mercy.
Do we need to reset?
Can we reset? Because
Okay.
y'all, the Howards that came in here and just messed up everything. Wow.
Hey, the U.S. television audience for Sunday's Grammy show on CBS was down drastically. Going back to you. Pastor Howard, what's up?
What's up, man?
Did you see the Grammy?
Sit
Did you
here
watch the
talking
Grammys
about
the other day?
No.
And you missed it?
Try to.
Oh, okay. No intentions at all?
And no.
What you been up to, Pastor?
Well, we were celebrating my anniversary doing the Grammys.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, congratulations.
Anniversary for what?
Yeah.
The wedding or
Pastor
church?
Anniversary.
Your pastor-
Yeah, good
How
job.
many years?
5.
Congratulations,
I know
man.
that's right.
Still
Come
going
on.
right, man.
Yeah.
Come
What you
on,
got planned for the
Pastor.
next 5?
Same thing.
Yeah.
just continue to spread, continue to grow.
Yeah.
Continue to help as many people as can.
When Wifey jumped on this project, man, what did you think?
You know, whatever she's doing, I'm supporting it. It's, you know, she's doing it for, you know, for the good of the people, for God, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind the 1%.
Yeah. Since the research and you guys jumping into this more, have you learned anything different that you didn't know prior to?
Yeah. Basically how crazy people can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you see so much on television, but to actually go to the different little places that we've been traveling to, like going down in the country towns, man, and the testimony or you hear from the victims, and how even, believe it or not, some of the law enforcement, the people in law, how they are victimizing some people, you know, domestically, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we went to one place, and I heard so many people, you know, talking about what was going on. I just want to watch it. We got to come down here.
Right.
I did not want to be down there stuff, especially when it was dark.
Yeah.
I was praying to God that my car got us from down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when you hear about it, some people have no intentions at all. They're just in such a bad place that they don't care who they hurt.
Right.
And you gotta
especially
look at,
if you got a voice against it.
Yeah, and you gotta look at the root of where it's coming from, because it's all passed down, isn't it?
Passed down, yeah.
It is. It's a lot of the aggression and the anger is passed down, especially in domestic violence situations. The worst thing is that male or female may have seen it growing up, happening to their mom, or their father's doing it, and or their mother's doing it, and a lot of times the misconception is only men that are domestic violence, that are the violators, and it's not always just men. And then you got to also understand, domestic violence is not just a husband and wife. Sometimes it's a child against a parent, other parent. So it's a family situation as it relates to domestic violence.
Hey, stay tuned. We got your birthdays and shout outs. We're also going to tell you how you can come hang out this Thursday, February 1st. Crime Victims Deserve an Equal Voice Day at our Georgia Capitol. Y'all know what that is. We're going to tell you how you can come hang out, get some t-shirts. You know, you had me at food. I was like, I'm there.
He was like, but
yo, if you're having problems setting goals and you want to take your business to the next level, shout out to Coach Oliver Adams. Coach Oliver Adams will help you get unstuck and get you back on the road to success. Now it's time to set realistic goals and take control of your future. All you got to do today is you visit the website power2live.net. You can set your phone session today with Coach, and it's free. Did I mention it's free? Power2live.net. Yo, if you're celebrating a birthday today, here's some celebs that's sharing that same day with you. Happy birthday to Batman. Which one though?
Michael Keaton.
Christian Bale. Christian Bale turns 44 years old today. Also celebrating a birthday today, Kid Cudi. He is 34 years old today. Speaking of throwback music, old school music, taking you back to a place, old Phil Collins turns 67 years old today. You ever watch that 70s show, Pastor? Probably not. Anyway, Wilmer Valderrama is 68 years old. Not 68. He can't be 68. 38 years old today. Also, Dick Cheney. Who was the president when Dick Cheney was vice president? Not that long ago, Joy. Come on.
Obama. Bill Clinton. President Trump. Nixon.
Carter.
How about Bush? George Bush. W.
That's
Bush.
what I said.
Oh, have mercy.
I was like,
also
which one?
celebrating a birthday today, former
There was
Fab
a couple
Five,
Bushes.
now sports announcer Jalen Rose turns 45 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to Gene Hackman, who turns 88 years old today, and a WB birthday today. Y'all know that means a would have been birthday if Franklin D. Roosevelt would have hung on a little bit longer.
Just a little bit
He
longer.
would have checked out at 63. He would have turned 136 years old today.
Wow.
So happy birthday to FDR. And if you did not know, he is our 32nd president, and he was the president during the Great Depression. Can you imagine taking over the presidency of the United States during the Great Depression? I'd be like, nah, I'm going to wait. I'll wait till put me down for the next 4 years, not this 4. I'll take those next 4 years. So happy birthday to all those cats.
And if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you from us, Michael and Joy at Sensation Station Network. Nixon, Reagan, Washington.
One of them.
Lincoln.
You're still tripping on this girl, boy.
You not-
Don't you let her
Don't,
stay in your
girl,
spirit.
oh, for real.
Let her stay in your spirit.
I'm just like, no, she's still in my spirit. I'm gonna fight for this bill because
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
you are, but you want to know what? There's ignorant people everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, I mean,
I'm sure
you see, she didn't plead her case though.
No.
I mean, everybody got a reason to say what you want to say. Everybody got their own opinion, but why did you say it?
I'm tripping off on did this
What?
dude named Amos, I love you.
Mhm.
Boy,
Who
don't
is
let
that?
me jump through this phone.
Who said that,
It's
man?
something.
He talking to you?
He talking, y'all.
He talking to me, Pastor Howard.
No, he talking to her.
No.
This is on First Lady page.
Ooh, Lord.
I don't know who this guy is.
Pastor, that's brotherly love. Brotherly
It's
love,
love.
Oh, you
Pastor.
said that.
Brotherly love, Pastor.
Girl, I'll jump to this phone. I domestic violence they do.
We over here talking about domestic violence.
Hey man.
Pastor said, "Look,
Mike,
I have been locked up
Mike
before."
already got me on my P's and Q's.
Hey, what is going on?
Woo!
Oh, somebody said the first comment.
When they said, "I love you."
Yeah, like where in the world is that?
That's.
Oh, this guy. What is it?
That's brotherly love,
Amos?
Pastor.
Baby, he don't mean that. He just Christian.
She said the same thing.
Right.
Christina. She said the same thing, Bishop. Yeah, right.
That was her comment back.
Hey,
Come on, Christina.
Christina.
Estrogen is supposed to unite.
She got her back.
Don't what's the word?
Don't fall for that.
Don't.
Yeah.
We don't need to know who this person is. I'm like, who is
Yeah.
that? I didn't even see it. Like, who is
Pastor,
that?
yeah,
I think
whatever.
he's somewhere else right now.
Yeah, whatever. Pastor,
I
come
heard some stuff.
come back,
Talking about
Pastor.
soaking himself down in front of Latasha.
Let's pray. Let's just
Then
pray.
do those last I love you,
Let's
Latasha.
just pray.
Hey man.
Let's get him back on track.
Pastor, I did say oil myself
You
down.
oil yourself down in front of Latasha.
Let's get
I
it
just heard Latasha like, wait, what?
He said, no. Ain't gonna be no oiling.
Pastor, just so you know, just
You finish up your Latasha.
that's my wife,
Second book
Latasha.
is in
That's
there.
her.
Oh.
Yeah, she just fell in
Good.
Yes.
Okay,
Latasha.
I'm good now.
Yeah,
Tell her good.
He probably said,
I'm good now.
His wife's name ain't even Latasha. He just made that up.
Right.
I had to
He
show
was
him
like,
that.
let me just show it just in case.
They go her initials. LM. That's her, Latasha, Pastor. I promise you, Pastor.
Okay.
You know what? That is so funny.
She said, what do you want to say when he love you guys?
Yeah. Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, thank you, Christy. Y'all know my second book is coming, but we don't talk about that right now. It's coming real soon.
Yay! That's what we over here talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all are?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, we'll be
You know,
back.
she can't help but to promote her baby.
Yeah. Okay.
You finished it? It's done?
Yeah, it's done. It's in
Editing.
being edited now.
Good.
Edit mode.
And it's Marcy?
Marcy's.
Marcy.
Speaking of updating the Facebook page, the website.
He said, speaking of.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the event up here.
Tasha, how would you sign out a web Facebook page and put your number? It's
Talking to me?
Yeah.
You asking me?
You know that? Oh, Jesus.
I do.
How you doing, Joe?
Hold on. Can I?
I looked up my other page. I got 2 pages. This
MARSY.
act right.
Can I see the phone? Which one do you trying to go
I'm
on?
trying to go out of that page, and I have another page. I just
It's
need to-
over here. You want to go into S.O. Howard?
No, it's not that one. It's another one. It might not be
Got
on there.
12.
This
got
one
3.
under here. True Visions, One Heart.
No.
Boy.
Right.
It's me in black and white. Is it on there?
No, I don't think it's linked up because all your pages would be under I mean, not to sound,
It will be on there.
it would be under pages, and then this is all of your here are your profile pages.
Okay.
So you must not have linked it.
Okay.
But when you go under well, No, this is just other people. I was just trying to see. Under here it says create a page, but that would, I'm trying to see how you could add a page. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You might have to do it from your.
Almost has.
Yeah.
You might have to do it from the computer.
Okay.
Look.
Oh, look at that.
What's that?
So now you
She
just
put
click the
link
link
it's
on our
on.
website. Yeah. Shout out to the web developer.
Yes.
Come through.
That's right. We are excited. We're up to 300 people that is supposed to have RSVP to show up at the Capitol.
Good.
And it's gonna be awesome.
It's like, I mean, I was reading a reading a flyer, and then saying that, you know, Georgia ain't signed up yet.
Ted Kennedy is presenting the bill for us.
Oh, nice.
In Georgia, in 2014, there were 38,094 violent crimes committed. Yeah, clearly, the rapist should not have more rights than the person raped.
Mm-hmm.
No abuser should have more rights than the person they abused. Man, I will copy
Are
and
we coming back?
paste. Copy and paste till I can't copy and paste no more.
It just works. Why you gotta reinvent the wheel?
Not at all. And I'm about to add this right over here real quick. Edit.
Girl, let me tell you something. You already all of them right here. I've been trying to figure out many times.
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Hanging out with Pastor Howard, First Lady Howard. Talk about Marcy's Law. You can be a part of this.
The movement.
Yeah, I was gonna say life-changing, life-altering movement. Be a part of history. How about that? Be a part of history, because Georgia still hasn't signed up yet. You got an interesting statistic in there. In 2004, violent crimes in Georgia, 38,000 crimes. Talking about 104 crimes a day, violent crimes per day in one day. 104 a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. So it's very, very common, huh?
Just imagine 2018, what we're seeing on the news right now. Like even this morning, I think my mind was blown that the pizza guy shot this other man. And at first, the way the news represented it, they got it all wrong. Like you know, they was trying to rob and so forth. Can you imagine the families not having those rights in a court of law to be sitting in a courtroom and their loved one has been killed?
Now they gotta already deal with the pain of the fact that their loved one is no longer there, but then being able to watch the person that did it not being sentenced the right way,
absolutely.
no
Them not having
vindication, you know,
no restitution.
no restitution.
And that's another thing that this law gives is the right for restitution. If that comes up, if you're eligible for it, now they're giving you the right. I know even in our own son's case, and we thank God that finally he was vindicated. Our son got shot 2 years ago, and during that time, he was the aggressor as the news presented it. But once they really did the investigation, they found out that he was not the aggressor. But during the whole court case, he couldn't sit in there. He didn't know what, you know, he knew, but he only knew secondhand what was going on. He couldn't sit in court.
I'm like, hold up, where this story come
That
from?
only happened at TV. Oh, you didn't know about us? Oh, wow.
No, y'all always come and talk about the plays in the book the last time. Wait, something happened
Girl,
to y'all, baby.
I told you about when Steve got
I
shot.
know, but you didn't talk about it on the show.
Yeah, we never talked about it.
I was
on the
gonna
show.
say, all right, well, so now we understand why you're so passionate about this because of your son.
And he's in a wheelchair now, but he was, even though he didn't get a chance to, but we always felt like his rights were not recognized for him to sin, because a lot of times we would go back to the victim's room where he is, and he's very frustrated because he wanted to know what was going on.
Right.
And so it's huge.
Now, First Lady, it's been a while since you guys have been here. To kind of just recap, because we may have some new listeners here on the show that haven't seen you guys in a while, or maybe their first time seeing you. Pastor, one, we're going to talk about your book real quick. I think that's how we first met you here, that awesome book that you have.
Yeah.
What's the title?
Which one?
The first
The
one.
first one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Plans.
So you get a second book, and now you don't know how to act.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
on. Yeah. I make money
Hey,
moves.
baby sister.
You know what I'm saying?
Boy, when your
Boy,
pastor
boy, boy, boy,
Yeah.
boy. I'm going to the wrong church.
when your pastor say he make money moves, you better know that plate coming around pretty soon. But
Okay, put it from prison to praise. And the
Mhm.
beautiful part about that is just we
Don't say what you gonna say. Don't say that.
Pastor, we doing radio, Pastor. Pastor, this is a radio show.
He said,
Pastor.
don't say it.
from prison to praise.
From
Yeah.
prison to praise.
Yeah.
Amen.
I'll figure it out.
I know.
We're overseer.
What was his
Oh, we
name?
getting ready to be bishop now.
I don't see it no more, man.
Definite now.
Definite.
Okay. Well, my
I am
bad.
totally lost. Y'all are totally confusing me right now. Can we stay on track? Don't let Joy. Do not let Joy suck.
Well, that
y'all
was
in
what
over
his
there.
name was on Facebook. It used to be Overseer
Yeah.
Stephen Howard.
Yeah.
That's how I knew the difference.
Tasha, I'm just gonna talk to you.
Talk to
Tell
me.
us about your story, Pastor. No, honestly, like tell us about, especially before you guys hooked up, because it's always an interesting story. And like I said, a lot of our listeners, new listeners, might not have known about
Well, I got into domestic violence situation at 16 actually, and I got married at 17. And so my domestic violence started as a child, basically. I got married again as a child. I was a teenage mom. And unfortunately, as a young woman or as a teenager, we don't realize that that's not the right way to be loved. And seeing my mother, my grandmothers, and my aunts go through the same thing, unconsciously, I kind of just slipped in the same position. I attracted the same type of man where this is what I was giving off because this is what I saw, this is what I was used to. And so once I got older and, you know, I had all my children, I got back in that relationship where it was more of a verbal type of abuse, but again, in my mind, I'm thinking that I needed to be here. And so my whole background up until I was, you know, in my mid-20s was me being abused, either physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and even to a point where I didn't even realize that I was being abused because I was so used to it. Staying in an uncomfortable situation because I was comfortable.
Are the signs different now? You look back when you were 16, 17 when this was going on, but now you fast forward to today's modern era, still the same signs.
The same signs. That you have to watch how men talk to you, how people talk to you. And I more so say men because of my own experience. But in this fight, I've seen where women are being abused. Women are the aggressors. And so how people talk to you, call you out your name, how they control your movement, how they control your money. Literally, it starts with subtle controlling issues.
Bishop, for you, when you sit down and you counsel, you know, people that are,
Couples,
you know, premarital couples, relationships, things like this, if you hear or see signs of things like that, do you address that right there?
First of all, when I do premarital counseling, my wife and I do it.
Okay.
We do it together because there's area that I don't have the expertise in that she does. That is one of the areas. So when they go over there, she take control, she take the reign, and she run with it. When it comes to other areas that I am more, you know, have more knowledge of, then I will take it. So it's hand to hand, you know, because that's not my field. You know, she experienced it. I did.
Yeah. And what your strength there is being a good listener, and from where you came from is what gives you the expertise, isn't it? Yeah.
And
that's what I'm talking
if I
about.
have just a couple and I don't think he realized that he does it, but Osa has this innate ability as it relates to men that abuse or have the potential to abuse. He know how to literally talk to them and say, hey, dude, you know. So he gives that don't do that type of thing. So what he don't realize, he is counseling
without counseling.
Right.
He don't have all the background, but he know how to address it.
Well, speaking of being abused, Ronda Rousey says she's tired of being abused in that MMA ring. Because she announced the other day that she is going to pro wrestling. She made the announcement on ESPN that she would be joining the World Wrestling Entertainment Center, or WWF as I remember it. Her first priority on my time is the next series of years. This is not a publicity stunt. I guess she said she got tired of being punched and kicked in the face for real.
That makes sense.
Let's go on right over there to Vince McMahon. So
it's like, never mind. I don't want to do it no more.
Michael and Joy. We'll be back.
Blame her.
Yeah, she was like, no, I'm tired of getting my butt kicked. Yeah.
This is so funny. I don't even think he realized how good he is at it. And he'll
Hey,
just push it back on
guys.
me.
He's downplaying it. Yeah, he's downplaying it.
He's really good at it.
He playing.
So in 2016, 40,000. 40,900.
A lot right here in Georgia.
Yep.
That's too many.
That's astounding numbers.
It's almost 41,000.
Yep.
And they don't want to do nothing.
And they don't do nothing.
Even that most of the domestic violence be police also beating up their wives and
That's why I never did it.
Oh, is it really?
yeah. You have a lot of
They gotta find a way to get that aggression out.
because they're in that position. They go home and they take it out and they ain't gonna do that to me. Police.
Sean, what's your battery like? What's your battery like?
I'm okay.
Huh?
I'll be alright for another 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, let's not forget, because that thing will shut off. I said, let's not forget, because it will shut off. Like,
But I only take them snippets, so
oh, okay.
I don't do the whole show like you anymore.
Oh, okay.
Did you go get his shirt back?
No, I didn't. It's cold outside.
Get it later.
Really?
Said I get it later.
Alright.
When it cold outside.
Uh-oh.
You know what you talk about the kitchen?
When you guys come back, 6 minutes to the top, okay?
Okay.
Baby.
Y'all have two other guests coming in, right?
Mm-mm. No, one of the guests that was supposed to come, she is pregnant, and so they put her on bed rest. So, and then, Deanna is, I don't know. Michael. So it's all about Marcy's Law today.
Come on, Marcy.
Yeah, come on, Marcy. But see, he used her weakness because she loved him and said, I'm going to kill myself, and ended up hurting her.
You know the thing I applaud
Michael and Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com. Tonight it is going down the 2018 State of the Union address. President 45 will deliver his first formal State of the Union address tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before the joint sessions of Congress, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan will preside in the White House chamber and Capitol with Vice President Mike Pence beside him in his constitutional role as the President of the Senate, Congress, Supreme Court Justices, and Joint Chief of Staffs. If y'all did not know that, because most of y'all didn't pay
Whoop,
attention
whoop. Not
in
at all.
high school to know how that whole thing works when it comes to government.
Oh, really?
Yeah, government. Yeah. Like the cheese, government cheese. But this is 45's first State of the Union. He's going to be talking about making the country stronger, especially economically, because he is definitely doing that. Rich people are very happy. Heck, I seen a little bump on my little 401k. I'm like, all right, then 45, we see it. 4 more years. Well, let me not rush myself. But shout out to 45 tonight.
Yeah.
All of your shows that come on at 9 o'clock, either you're gonna miss them or they're gonna be pushed back. But hey,
Right.
shout out to 45. I guess I'm gonna check it out. I just want to see what he looked like, see how presidential
that comb
he looks.
over look?
Right in HD. Well, you catch 45 in HD. Boy, he like a Dorito.
Cheese joint. I was like, I just hate how, like the color, can't get to the eyes.
Yeah.
His eye beds.
I wonder
I
if
feel
he,
like, could that be could someone just put a little powder up there?
I was watching a special on Netflix about
This is
something.
way
It's
too
about
much.
Volkswagen or whatever, and they was talking about how it was about energy efficiency and how Volkswagen were deceiving people with this TDI diesel car, blah blah blah. And then they had the presidents talking about emissions and how they're going to be tougher on emissions. So they had this clip where they show George W. Bush speaking, and then they show President Obama speaking, and then they show 45. Like, out of the three, he was the only one that didn't look presidential. Like, everybody else was very presidential. Cause you try to read that teleprompter, boy, that little teleprompter jump can get you caught up.
It goes by a lot faster, and I think that the reason for me I don't feel like he looks presidential is because I just know him for so many things prior to that. You know, like we know Obama from running and being in politics. Like I don't know Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, from being in anything political. You know, I remember the books, obviously, all the talks, you know, the TV shows, and you just don't see him as that, even though he is that now.
Also, we remember when Omarosa got kicked out of the White House, she lost her job. Right. I just learned that she is going to be on the new show Big Brother. Like, she's going to be in the Big Brother house. Like,
yeah, nah, she not playing. She said, look, I need to get these coins back on.
I need to hurry up because I don't know how long this is going to last for me. But, right. What is going to last is Marcy's Law, because we're going to help get this thing on the books in Georgia. Sir. Why has Georgia been so afraid of this law?
Honestly, I don't know. And I try to be honest. I can't want to. I honestly don't know. It just makes so much sense. But when I look at it sometimes too, I look at it as if it's going to put more responsibility in some counties where they may not have. They think they don't have the money or the finances to cover the manpower to handle it. So I think that may be a reason. But if they really look at it, it does more for Georgia than it does against Georgia. And I think personally, it'll cause you cause more people to tell on some people too.
Right, exactly.
So I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I would look at it, I would think that it's more so because of them thinking they have to add more manpower, and then making them accountable for victims and victim families not being respected in the court of law. Let me say this: I had one testimony. Her son got killed, and she one of the things she said was, she said she couldn't understand why she was already having to deal with the fact that her son got killed, but to be disrespected in the court as if she was the criminal. That was like as heart-wrenching as it was for her son to be murdered.
You could see tons and tons of videos out there, and I saw a story yesterday where the one that was convicted of the crime kind of just looked back at the family and laughed at her, like, I already did it. Right. And one question that came in was, for you, was what was it that made you leave? How did you get out of that situation?
I started working with my first husband. We moved back in with my mother, and it had gotten so bad till there were things that they didn't see. And so I was pregnant with our daughter, and the last thing he did was drag me up the stairs. And when he dragged me up the stairs the night before, the next day, my water broke. I was 6.5 months pregnant with her, and my water broke. And it dawned on me, like, the man that was been abusing your mother for 5 years just died. Do you want to be in the same situation that your mom had been in for all these years? And so they put me in the hospital. So that was my way to get away. So while I was in the hospital, I was thank God for Grady. One of the counselors came in, and she asked me, and I remember I told you about this. She asked me whether or not I was being abused, and that was the first time I looked at my situation as yes. And so at that point, I said, you know what? I would not bring my daughter in this world. This is not what my daughter is going to see.
You won't stop it.
I stopped it, and so I got out of the hospital like a week or so later, and he and my brother got into a fight. And that was my chance. I said, boy, pack your stuff, you got to go. But I was able to put him out of my mama's house. But I never went back after that, only to go back into an emotionally bad relationship. The verbal relationship, it was horrible. It got really, really bad. And so I started working for an apartment community. So I started slowly, my boss, I thank God for her at the time, she knew what was going on. And she said, well, I can give you an apartment. And it's crazy. I was with this man for all these years, and he didn't even know where I worked at. And I had been at this property for a year. And so she said, well, listen, you want to get out? I can help you. And so we started slowly moving my stuff out of it. But I was very strategic because I knew if he knew I was going to leave, he would have stopped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Where can we see you on the 1st?
At the Capitol, downtown Atlanta, the Georgia Capitol, on the steps. We're going to actually be at the at the church right across the street.
We're going to be at Central Presbyterian
Yeah,
Church from 8 to 10
a.m.
a.m. Then they're going to head over to the Capitol from 10 to 11:30.
Right.
From 2014 to 2017, 14% increase in violent crimes. Wow. You know what that means? That whatever they're doing right now ain't working.
Ain't working.
And Marcy's Law is going to be the answer.
Come on, let's do it.
In the morning. Leg out.
Wow. Thank you for.
I got you.
Yeah. Address. What the address?
Well.
Well.
We gotta go to court now, Mike.
What's wrong?
We gotta go to court. One of our her brother's in jail.
Oh, okay.
My brother.
Let me guess. Violent crime?
Good morning. Good morning, Nightlife Link.
Violence and kidnapping.
Hey, that guy. Hey, Noble.
Her brother.
Hey, Mike Bibby. Good morning,
Michael and
Mommy.
Joy in the morning. MichaelandJoy.com is the website. Hey, check out the us on YouTube. All that good stuff. Subscribe to us. I don't know if you guys remember.
Watch a past show.
A couple of years ago, it was back in 2016. A Louisiana man was found guilty of manslaughter in connection with the deadly shooting of former NFL player Joe McKnight. I don't know if you remember that, guys. It was a road rage incident. Yep, attorneys say that Ronald Gaser, he's 56, he shot McKnight during that 2016 road rage incident in New Orleans, down in a suburb called Terrytown. Now, Gaser has been indicted on a second-degree murder charge, but the jury returned a lesser verdict on Friday night after roughly 8 hours of deliberations. Now, Gaser would have faced the possibility of a life sentence for the second-degree murder conviction, but instead he faces up to 40 years in prison because of the jury's decision to convict on the lesser offense. And this is the almost curse. This is the kind of stuff that we're talking about right here. You murdered a man, road rage, the court systems decided, you know what, it wasn't second degree murder. It was more of we'll give you the lesser penalty of 40 years. There's a possibility that this dude could be walking in the streets again, ain't it?
It is.
And no one know about it.
And nobody know about it.
And nobody know about it.
And you know, the craziest thing is too, like I was just going to say about our son's case, the gentleman that shot him was 66 when he shot him. And so he got, like, what was the baby? 25 years. But he ain't got to do that now. He got to do like just 14 of those 25 years. And our son at 28, about to be 28 years old, he's stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Right.
So, but you know, even though he'll be in his 80s, almost 90 years old when he get out, it's still the point that you have lived your life.
Yeah.
So,
Pastor, how do you forgive something like that?
To forgive by God's grace. You know, it's when it came down to Stephen, when he got shot, you know, it was a hard ordeal to go through. But you know, when I during the court after the sentencing, my sympathy and it went out for the guy, his wife, and his mother, because he did not think of not just himself but my son, but he didn't think of his mom, because he was the one that would take care of his mother. He did not think of his wife.
Who gonna do that?
His children, he had to leave them, you know, because of his anger, because of his selfishness. So I began to feel for them and began to pray for them, you know. And as I told my son, you know, I seen him in that hospital bed that night when he was in Gwinnett County Medical. And during the same time when he got shot, it was 3 other young men shot during the same time. And around the corner from him, there was this Hispanic woman and her husband. They was crying, and I went around and I prayed for them, but couldn't find out that he wasn't going to make it. So that gave me strength right there. When I got back to Steve's room, and I went in the room and I looked at him. I said, I was able to tell him, son, I'm going to be able to tell you. He was out of it, but I was like, son, I'm going to tell you, I'll see you tomorrow. She won't be able to tell him that, you know. But when it came down to the man that shot Stephen, it was hard. But I know that we must forgive.
Yeah.
You know, must forgive and continue to go. We cannot allow that to keep us in bondage. And that was exactly what it would do.
Well, we must forgive Mary Lynn Hartman because the woman accused of sneaking into a flight going to London this month, she was arrested again on Sunday at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Now, Marilyn Hartman was arrested on charges of misdemeanor criminal trespass in violation of her bail bond, according to the Chicago police. Now, she's back in a Cook County jail just 3 days after she was released. Now, Hartman left jail on Thursday after a judge reduced her bond now.
Wow.
They should have left her in there and dropped the electronic monitoring that was required for Miss Mary Lynn. Now, around 1:25 a.m. Sunday, Chicago police officers responded to a call at O'Hare of a woman refusing to leave the department. Now, officers searched the airport and found a woman that they later identified as Hartman in Terminal 3. Now, she was ordered to be electronically monitored based on the new charge of criminal trespass, and her next court date is January 31st. Now, this is the type of woman that need to have the book thrown at her, sneaking on planes.
But you know what I'm still not understanding is Chicago's so tight on people. Why is the airport security not tight?
Let me and you try that thing. We'd be locked up.
They be like, get that little girl over there. Come on, baby girl.
Hey, we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up and put a bow on it. I'm telling you, it's Michael and Joy.
Whoop, whoop.
Who is this Mary Lynn?
She keeps sneaking on planes.
Sneaking, she got from
all the way
America to London, sneaking on the plane. No passport, no nothing. They sent her back.
No ticket.
They sent her back and locked her up. Put a monitor on her leg to say, you can't do this no more. Well, her attorney got it reduced. They took the monitor off, and just 3 days after she
trying to go back.
She went back and was doing it again.
Wow.
But she
And
got
we
through
did the story last
TSA.
week.
She snuck through, got on the plane with no ticket, gets all the way over there.
How you do that?
I mean, I had. What up, Day? I had a girlfriend of mine get on a flight. And when she finally got to the ticket counter to board, she looked at it and it had a guy's name on it. It wasn't even her ticket. And they let her through to security. Here. She was like, hold up.
How in the world?
And not paying it. Sometimes they're not paying the ticket. You sit there and you think how many tickets you done looked at. You know what I mean? Like, and how many IDs. I know they be sitting there in their own world, in their own mind. Trying to like, all right, okay. And sometimes they don't even talk to you, you know. Like, at least if they say your name, like, what's your name?
Right.
You know that they possibly, right. Or if they tell you your name
that
back.
should be required.
It probably should. Well, it should be a lot of stuff required now that this lady sneaking on planes.
I think she just want to keep making them look stupid.
It's not just Chicago. Was it just Chicago the last time? Well, then there's that. But who got money to just be bailing himself out to go back in? What does she do for a living?
Well, she
ain't got no job.
Flights.
She ain't got no job. Somebody financing.
Right.
Well, I guess she not paying for that. But she got to get out.
Good morning, Sister Trice.
But for all the information for Marcy's Law, you can go to marcyslaw4georgia.org. And I've posted all of the information about the event for February 1st. There is a link to Eventbrite on our page, michaelandjoy.com. So please go over to that, click it. It's going to be from 8 to 12 in front of the church.
I know a friend of ours.
Central Presbyterian Church, 201 Washington Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, from 8 to 10. Then they're going over afterwards from 10 to 11:30 a.m. to the Capitol building as we speak to our elected officials to encourage them to support equal constitutional rights for crime victims in Georgia.
Man, some of the stories that we heard, especially what we heard.
I can only imagine probably everywhere y'all have gone. It's
No,
been.
this one girl, they had snatched her up.
I can't hear this.
Just a second.
Okay.
I used to.
It was bad.
You got to go outside.
All the way to the end, all the way to the door,
Should've put her in
all the way out.
You gotta go.
Down the hall.
Outside in the.
Yeah. Like when you first come in.
We'll go down the corridor.
Just push the last door.
Yeah.
No, straight out.
You gotta go through the door.
All the way through the corridor to
Back
the
to
other
where
end
the
of
steps
hall.
are at.
Everybody trying to tell you.
Yeah, y'all know.
Just go to the gas station.
Right. Don't send an hour. Girl, just walk on over there.
She got to the doors.
She said,
She didn't go out the other door.
Tamiko. Y'all know
Tamiko Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tamiko Lowry.
Yes, Larry Pugh.
She working with us.
Yeah,
on
she
this
does
too.
she does.
Mhm.
Yeah, she does an event where you wear all purple.
Yeah, we went this year.
Yeah, we
It
went
was-
there.
As a matter of fact, they did a scene from our stage play at this one.
Oh,
it was nice,
good.
yeah. It was beautiful.
Good. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Yeah, she's come on.
How about coming back?
During domestic violence, baby. She didn't go out the other door. You know she ain't good at directions.
She'll tell you that in a minute. That GPS go out, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Pastor Howard, I ain't gonna be there.
Right.
You better have somebody pick me
Michael
up.
and Joy in the morning. MichaelAndJoy.com. Did you know that more than half of American populations the population is unable to afford a $1,000 emergency room bill or even a $500 car repair? Just 39% of respondents in Bank Rate's latest survey said that they would be able to tap into their savings to pay for an unexpected bill or a minor emergency. However, that leaves 61% of U.S. citizens scrambling for funds to pay off a visit to the ER or repairs to a vehicle. The most common unexpected incidents are related to transportation, appliances, or home-related breakdowns, or even injury or illnesses. And one thing that we always hear, especially when it comes to domestic violence situations, is the financial part of that,
That's the
because
biggest
the abuser holds that over your head as far as your money is concerned,
Absolutely.
isn't it? And that's a true sign,
That's
isn't
a
it?
true sign. Or when you hold on to the finances, or he's controlling the finances. Unfortunately, I've seen in situations where she's the only one working, bringing in the finances,
And he's still controlling
it.
And he's still controlling.
Yeah.
Boy, they got a spell on her.
Wow.
Well, I mean, in the situation.
Mhm.
But you know, I mean, it's really hard, you know, when at the end of the day, you feel like you found somebody who loves you and has your best interests. But they're I mean, the person that is doing the abusing is battling something.
Right.
And the hard part
Always
is
the
that
underlying issue.
a lot of times they don't want to even figure out what it is that they're battling, so that they can overall end up helping the other person.
And in their minds, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
There's something always wrong with you.
Right.
And there are some cases where men will see, and I'm gonna talk about men. Men will see what they're doing, and if they love you enough, I won't even say love you enough, if they love themselves enough, they'll literally go and get some help. And in getting help, especially anger management, they'll understand, they'll find out what the underlying issue is. And a lot of times I say to people, don't say, well, why don't you get out? If you've never been in that situation,
right. Getting
you'll
out
never
ain't
be
never-
able to understand. The one thing I hate to hear, well, why don't you just leave? Ask that dumb question. Do
Yeah.
not
Stop
ask
asking that question. We're
Stop
no longer
asking
asking that question in 2018.
Yeah.
I want to interrupt for a minute, because I know we're talking about domestic violence and men being the one that doing most of the violating. But since I've been pastoring, I was just talking to my wife today. I have been talking to some guys who is being abused verbally by their wives or their significant other. You know, it is crazy, because they love them, they love their wives, they love their significant other, and being disrespected verbally. I mean, like crazy.
Like dogged
yeah, like
out.
dog. I mean, dogging them out. And I'm looking at you. I'm looking at them like, man, you crazy. Ain't no one in the world I would sit there and take that. But they're being, and it's a form of abuse. You know.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So it go both ways. You know, it just more spoken of when it come down to the man being the one that's doing the abuse.
Yeah, because it's hard for a man to say, my wife is abusing me mentally, or my wife is abusing me physically. Because for the most part, the game plan would be that, you know, you're trying to you're supposed to be the man in a relationship.
Right.
How can you be getting beat up by your wife?
Right. And I used to date this girl, and every time I went over her house, she had a switch. She would try to whoop me with a switch.
How long did that last?
About a day.
I used to date this girl, and she used to try to beat me with a switch.
And I went back again the second time, and she came back on this switch again. And I said, I got to go. And I walked out of her apartment. I went downstairs a little bit. I looked back up and said, she's crazy.
She's crazy. She's crazy as hell.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just glad it wasn't that nasty fly swatter.
Oh my Jesus.
First lady, let me ask you about Marcy's family today. Like, we know it was back in 1983 when this all went down. How's her family today?
I think, and I don't know, to be honest with you, but what I imagine, what I imagine is that with this fight, they're probably excited about the fact that this has went so far, that upon this tragedy, you were able to get successes. You was able to do a movement that spanned the country, that literally has taken 50 states, and at least 30 out of the 50 states have saw how important our fight is, and they've grasped hold to this fight and started running with it. The thing I respect about this family is that they put their own finances behind this fight. And I'm sure they're getting, monies and stuff from other places, but for them to put their own finances to start this and not expect the government to happen, but say, this is so important that I'm going to take my finances and fight it.
It is going down Thursday, February 1st, 2018, starting at 8 a.m. Crime Victims Deserve an Equal Voice Day at the Georgia Capitol. For information, all you have to do is go to michaelandjoy.com. All of the information is sitting right there. Pastor, you coming back to talk about that new book?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking forward to. But in the meantime, until the next time we see y'all, how can we keep in touch with y'all?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm on Facebook, as y'all know. I don't know all the other things, the Instagrams and all those cute things. I'm trying, I really am.
Come on, Lady L. Howard.
But listen, Latasha Renee Howard is who I am. I got Lady L. Howard on Instagram. That is who I do, and Twitter. And so you can get us there. We have an amazing website. It is True Visions. GCM.org. Thank you, Christina. She's been working to keep it up, and it's gonna go a little further, but you definitely can reach us there. You can literally email us and call us and everything from right there. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, and mine is Bishop Designate Stephen Howard. You can reach me on Facebook, also on Instagram and Twitter. And we have a new show that we do. We have a talk show every Friday at 12 o'clock called One Heart. And then we talk about issues that relate married couples and this relationship is picking up. So please tune in every Friday at 12 o'clock.
We have this cute, really, really good theme song that Tanisha Toussaint wrote for us.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, Pastor, I know we started off the show on the wrong note. You thinking that I was talking about your little lady over there. But I just want to remind you what Matthew 6:14 says. If you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Yeah,
there you go. Hey,
we got
check it out.
Michael in the house.
Michael and Joy.
Let us pray.
I'm straight in my face.
I'm about to say, man, that's probably the first time he done been to it. All right, guys. Hey, Matt Ford. Hey, Full Blow. White. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. I said, God, watch over you, keep you, protect you, expand your territory and your capacity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. See you guys later.
Amen. Come on, Pastor Mike.
You mentioned, I'll be in his hand. Frank, I said, pray in that moment.